What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today I want to talk a little bit about the Indiana Pacers and Memphis Grizzlies almost coming to blows yesterday. You had Tee Morant and Andrew Nembhard. I also had Steven Adams and James Johnson, which is a whole nother story. You know, nobody is as big and strong as Steven Adams is. He don't want that smoke, and I'm pretty sure you guys know why at this point. But first, let's touch on Tee Morant and Andrew Nembhard. Now, as you all know, Grizzlies just had that situation with Shannon Sharpe in Lakerland, and you know, it got diffused. It's cool, right? But Shannon Sharpe was receiving a lot of criticism about stirring up that strife and that beef in that arena that night. So you got Tee Morant, his friend Devontae Pack, Tee Morant, and Andrew Nembhard jaw-jacking back and forth. And so apparently Andrew Nembhard told Tee Morant to shut up, and that's when Tee Morant went over there and was checking his temperature, so to speak. He said he had to go check his temperature, and he didn't have a fever. And this is what gets people with Tee Morant, these mafia quotes and talking like he's a big crime boss, right? When you're a basketball player, dude, you're an accomplished basketball player, you in the league. You don't have to be a tough guy. You really don't. You can just go out there and do your thing. You can still have your image and have that edge, but you ain't got to act like you El Chapo or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I got video to show why that's so inconsistent. Look at this. So here you got Tee Morant going to protect his teammate after he's fouled hard on a three-point attempt. Then one of the Morris twins comes over and he pushes Ja. Notice Ja didn't even look back, but you felt that shove. Marcus Morris, he had a fever that day. He had asthma, chicken pox. He had all the sicknesses on the back of the Lysol can. He had all of them that day, and he wanted all that smoke. And he was the chimney, and he gave you a chance to run up it, but you didn't that time. So this is what people are talking about. We have evidence when the challenge is too great that gangster isn't on full display in those moments, right? And so also we have Steven Adams chirping at James Johnson, talking about he want to see him in the back, and he, you know, they can take it wherever they want to, but no, Steven Adams, you would have had a better chance with Shannon Sharpe than you would with James Johnson. I remember James Johnson touched up Serge Ibaka real quick, and you could tell he was holding back, but his trainer took over when Serge got too close, and he gave him a nice two-piece, and he was taking it easy on him. You could tell he was holding back. You don't want that, Steven Adams. That you could probably mix it up with some other guys in the league, but I'm telling you right now, and it ain't that you got to be scared of them, but you don't. That's going to be embarrassing, you know what I'm saying? If you get an all-out fight with James Johnson, that is not going to go anywhere close to the way you would like it to go, and it's not even going to be a respectable effort if it's not broken up immediately as soon as it starts. You know what I'm saying? And you do your homework on James Johnson, but I think he was pretty old when he got to Wake Forest. He was going around competing in fights and stuff like that. He was a great fighter. Out of what state was he in? Was he in North Dakota, South Dakota? He was somewhere on that side of the country, I think. And he was one of the top fighters in the world, you know, for his age group at the time, and he's fought, you know, on a professional level, so for that age group. So, man, yeah, you want to leave that alone. That's nothing but problems over there. And so the Memphis, when I speak on this, Shannon Sharpe, you know, we was pretty hard on Shannon after that incident, you know, saying he wouldn't have had that same energy for people that didn't look like him. But with the Grizzlies doing this, you know, you got your family coming at players at your home gym shortly after this altercation. It makes you think, like, what they say to Shannon. Did they invite Shannon to the smoke? Are the Grizzlies the problem instead? Because one thing I think, the Grizzlies have asked for this energy. I don't know who started it. Nembhard could have started the whole thing. Let's leave that open too as a possibility. But the Grizzlies has invited this energy. They ain't worried about nobody. They get gritty in, they dancing, they doing all these things. And teams genuinely don't like him, which I like that. I like that for the league. But at the same time, you can't fight everybody in the crowd. You can't, your family needs to stay over there. They can talk to players and stuff, but if somebody tells T to shut up back, that's a part of the trash talk itself, that they can respond. They can respond to Tee Morant. The same way he could tell you to shut up, you ain't got no game. They can look at him and tell him to shut up and sit his blank down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Ja can't make the guy not say nothing back just because that's his dad and that's his team. Or yeah, y'all gonna get in a lot of fights because people ain't just gonna be backing down. People not worried about y'all like that. And the Morris twin, you didn't want to go over there to him. So make sure you keep that same energy with everybody as you do with the people with one follower on Twitter that you're talking about. They can fill hollows, or the same energy that y'all have for Shannon. Even though Ja didn't really go over there to Shannon. He didn't want to end up actually getting into the mix with him. He wanted to look tough talking to him from a distance. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. How y'all feel about the Memphis Grizzlies? Because this team was darlings kind of to the league. When Ja first got there and he was on his humble stuff just hooping, then people rock with it pretty tough. But I think the turnoff came whenever he was talking like he's a 8-time finals MVP already. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.